Welcome back to Podcast for Artists. We're diving into something kind of huge for your art career today. We're talking about how to make a winning art fair booth. And we all know art fairs can really connect you with buyers, get your art out there, and yeah, make some sales. But honestly, they can feel a little overwhelming, right?
Yeah, true. There's just so much to think about, like picking the right fair, figuring out your booth design, and then of course there's the whole selling part.
So before we jump into all that, maybe we should address the big question. Are art fairs really worth it? All the time. The money, the effort.
That's the first thing you got to ask yourself. It really boils down to your goals. Like, what are you hoping to get out of doing an art fair?
So before you even look at any events, you need to figure out what success looks like for you.
Is it about selling a certain number of pieces? Or making a profit? Maybe it's growing your mailing list. Or even just networking with other artists and building your name.
Okay, so once you've got your why figured out, then it's time to pick the right event. Which I gotta say can be tough, because there are so many choices. You've got big art fairs, smaller weekend markets, street fairs, art shows that are like focused on certain styles. It's a lot.
Well, think of it this way. Each type of venue, it has its own personality. And it attracts a different kind of crowd. Like you've got large art fairs, they tend to attract those serious collectors, and they offer the potential for bigger sales. But of course, they come with higher booth fees, and you're up against some tough competition.
Yeah, like the major leagues of the art world, right?
Exactly. And then you've got those weekend markets or street fairs, and they're more casual, usually more affordable. But you might not find as many people there who are specifically looking for art.
More like people just browsing around, enjoying the atmosphere, maybe grabbing some food from a food truck.
Exactly. And then you've got those art shows that focus on certain niches
There.
or styles. So if your work fits into that theme, you might find a smaller audience, but they're going to be highly engaged, and they're already interested in what you do.
So it sounds like research is key. You really got to do your homework before committing to anything.
Oh, absolutely. Look into the event's history, the size, the target audience, the location, all that stuff matters. And don't be afraid to talk to other artists who have been there before. They can give you some really valuable insights.
Okay, so you've got your goals figured out. You've found an event that fits your style and your target audience. Now what? How do you make a booth that really stands out
Hmm.
and draws people in? I mean, it's not just about hanging your artwork on a wall, right?
Right. Think of your booth as like a mini gallery. It's showcasing your brand as an artist. So everything from the layout to the colors to the way you interact with people, it should all tell a story about you and your work.
So it's like creating a little world that reflects your artistic vision.
If your art is sleek and minimalist, your booth should have that same feel. But if your work is more vibrant and eclectic, then embrace that energy in your booth design. The goal is to create an immersive experience that draws people in and makes them want to learn more about you and your art.
Okay, so let's break this down a little. Let's get into the practical side of designing your booth. Where do you even start?
Hmm. I always like to start with a simple question. What do you want people to feel when they walk into your booth? Do you want them to feel calm and peaceful, or energized and excited, or maybe curious and intrigued?
Oh, that's a good point. It's really about setting the mood, creating an atmosphere that goes with your art.
Exactly. Once you have that vibe in mind, you can start thinking about the specifics, like colors and lighting, layout and display stuff.
Okay, let's talk colors. How do you pick a palette that makes your art look good, but doesn't overpower it?
Well, you got to find that balance where the colors work with your artwork and create a good feeling. Like if your art is already really colorful, you might want to go with more neutral colors in your booth. But if your work is on the quieter side, you could add in some pops of color to create some visual interest
Mm-hmm.
and to draw the eye.
And lighting's important too, right? Especially for indoor fairs.
Yeah.
Or if it goes into the evening.
Oh, absolutely. Good lighting can make your art look incredible. Natural light is always best. But if you can't get that, invest in some good portable lights. Spotlights can be really great for highlighting specific pieces, and softer lighting can create a warm and welcoming feeling.
Okay, so speaking of welcoming,
Uh-huh.
how do you design the layout to get people to come in
Mm-hmm.
and actually spend some time in your booth? It can't just be about fitting as much art as possible, right?
Right. You got to think about how people are going to move through your space. Create a clear path so they can explore and really look at each piece without feeling crowded.
It's like creating a little art walk.
And don't be afraid to have some open space. It can actually make your booth feel bigger and more inviting.
So less is more.
Sometimes, yeah.
What about display elements,
Mhm.
like easels and pedestals and shelves? How do you choose the right ones?
Well, it depends on your style and what kind of art you make. Easels are classic. But they're not the only way to go. Shelves are great for displaying smaller pieces. Or if you want to create a gallery wall, pedestals can add some height and drama, especially for sculptures or bigger pieces. And don't forget about mirrors. A well-placed mirror can make your booth feel deeper and give people a new way to see your work.
Oh, that's cool. So it's about thinking outside the box
Yeah.
and being creative with how you present your art.
Right.
And let's not forget about the practical stuff like signage and pricing and business cards.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Those things matter. They make your booth look professional and polished.
It's all in the details.
Definitely. Your signage should be clear and easy to read. And it should go with your branding. Make sure your name or logo is easy to see. And use good-looking price tags that are attached to each piece.
Yeah, no one wants to have to ask about the price.
And always have business cards ready. And a way to collect email addresses. You want to be able to stay in touch with those potential buyers and collectors.
Makes sense. Okay, so your booth is looking great. You're feeling prepared. Now it's time for the actual event.
Any tips for managing that whole experience?
So pacing yourself is key. Make sure you get enough sleep, eat well, and drink lots of water. And don't forget to take breaks.
Because even though you're surrounded by art, it's still work.
Oh, yeah.
You need to be at your best to talk to people and share your art.
Absolutely. And that brings me to another important point. Be present and engaged. Don't just hide in your booth and scroll through your phone. Be approachable. Smile. Make eye contact. Start conversations.
It's all about connecting with people, right?
Right.
Sharing your passion and making the experience memorable.
Exactly. Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in all the business stuff, but you got to remember, art fairs are also about connecting with people and sharing your love of art.
Right. It's not just about the sale itself. It's about
Yeah.
making a connection.
And those connections can lead to amazing things. Okay, so let's talk about the selling part, which I know can be a little intimidating for some artists. Do you have any tips for talking to potential buyers and, actually making a sale?
Well, first of all, be yourself and be excited about your work. People can tell when you're passionate about something, and it's contagious. Don't be afraid to tell the stories behind your pieces, talk about your process, answer any questions people have.
It's like giving them a peek into your creative world.
Exactly. And remember, not everyone who comes to your booth is going to buy something. Some people are just looking around, some are curious, and some are serious collectors. You got to learn to read those signals and adjust your approach.
So don't be pushy, but be ready to share your knowledge and your enthusiasm when someone seems genuinely interested.
Right. And if someone does want to buy something, make the whole process easy and enjoyable. Have a clear system for payments. Give professional receipts. Offer to help with packaging.
It's all about those little details.
Yeah, for sure. And don't forget to follow up, get those email addresses, send thank you notes to people who bought something, and stay in touch with anyone who showed interest. You never know what might come from those connections.
So the fair is over. You're probably exhausted, hopefully inspired. What's next?
Take some time to think about how it went. What worked? What could you do differently? Did you reach your goals?
This is like a post-game analysis for your art fair.
Exactly. And what you learn from that can help you do even better next time. You might realize a certain way of displaying your art really caught people's attention. Or maybe you discovered that a certain type of art really connected with buyers.
It's all about learning and growing as an artist.
Right. And remember, success at art fairs doesn't happen overnight. It takes time and effort, and a willingness to learn and change.
It's a journey, not a destination.
Exactly.
Any last words of wisdom for our listeners
Yeah.
who are getting ready for their next art fair?
Go in with a good attitude, be ready to work hard, and most importantly, have fun. Art fairs are a celebration of creativity, so enjoy it. Connect with other artists and art lovers, and let your passion shine.
Well said. We've covered a lot of ground today. From choosing the right art fair, to designing your booth, to talking to buyers, and reflecting on the whole experience. And if you want to learn even more, make sure you check out the article, Art Fair Excellence, Create a Winning Art Fair Booth. It's on marketyourart.net. You'll find a link to it in the show notes.
It's got even more tips and advice to help you make your next art fair a huge success.
Awesome. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
And thanks for listening, everyone. Best of luck at your next art fair.